fellow carbon-based bipeds. I am Scott Rose, and you are watching Explosions and Stuff. Today, I'll be reviewing the 2015 film Riot, starring Matthew Rhys, Dolph Lundgren, Danielle Sherkrin, and Chuck Liddell. But first, a word from our sponsors. An overview of the movie? After his wife is murdered by the Russian mob, police officer Jack Stone kills his partner, who was working for the mob. He gets himself sent to the same prison where the man who put the hit on him and his wife is located, and plots his revenge. However, things aren't always what they seem, and the head of the mob may have more people in his pocket than Stone knows about. The pros of this movie? Well, the fight scenes in this movie were really good. I mean, yeah, some of them didn't have music and they felt a little weird because there was no soundtrack to accompany these epic fights. But as a whole, the fight scenes in this movie were really good and really entertaining to watch. I mean, some of them were a bit silly, but they were still fun and entertaining to watch. They kept you on the edge of your seat, and like the last half hour of the movie, or maybe like 20 minutes of the movie, was basically just one big fight scene, just this epic battle for the ages for like the last 20 minutes of this movie. Also, one thing that really surprised me about this movie is that the fight scenes with the females were the best fight scenes in the movie. Seriously, Danielle Sherkrin really pulled it out here, really blew it away, and stole the show as far as the fight scenes go. She was just a beast, just nailing everybody. Normally with fight scenes with women in them, you expect it to be like this cat fight with scratchy and slappy and hair pulling. No, these were punches and kicks and just all sorts of fun, nasty, gritty, dirty fighting stuff. These fight scenes they made you cringe because it's like, oh, that had to hurt. I mean, these were just epic, brutal, and gruesome fight scenes. Easily, with Danielle Sherkrin, the best fight scenes in the movie. Also, another thing I really liked is Dolph Lundgren played this character who was different than what Dolph Lundgren normally plays. I mean, I don't really know how else to describe it. The character seemed mentally challenged. He was like this really gentle giant who was kind of like afraid to make eye contact and was really gentle and innocent, who was the trustee and was always mopping everything around. And he just played this character who he just seemed really gentle and really innocent, which normally with Dolph Lundgren you expect this big lumbering brute who just punches stuff and wrecks stuff. And it's just fantastic to see him play something different than what he normally does. I mean, yeah, that role was just kind of a cover story, but still, it was great to see him play this different character than what he normally plays. The cons of this movie? Well, first of all, Chuck Liddell was like the main epic mob boss guy, and he was supposed to play this Russian dude with this Russian accent. It didn't sound Russian at all. It sounded more like a really bad Mexican accent. Like some white guy doing a stereotypical Mexican accent and just butchering it and sounding horrible and racist and stuff. That's what it sounded like, him trying to do Russian. Really, there was no reason why the villain had to be Russian. It was in no way relevant to the plot. They could have just made him, the head of like some generic crime ring and just gotten rid of the accent altogether, and that would have been so much better. That would have been so much more believable. Instead, they had him try this nonsense, horrible Russian accent that sounded absolutely nothing like Russian, and it was just bad and horrible, and just no. Also, the acting in this movie was, well, pretty damn stiff. I mean, I know this is something I harp on a lot, but especially in this movie. Let's be honest, as much as I love his work, Dolph Lundgren is not an amazing actor. He's never going to win an Oscar or anything like that. And he was the best actor in this movie. Let me say that again. Dolph Lundgren was the best actor in this movie. I mean, I love his work. I love his movies. I'm a huge fan of him. But he's not the best actor in the world. And when he's the best actor in a movie, that really goes to show you how the rest of the acting was. I mean, Danielle Sherkrin did a good job too, but she wasn't really on screen enough for me to form a really strong opinion about her acting in this movie. But Dolph Lundgren was the strongest actor in this movie. Everyone else was pretty freaking stiff. My biggest complaint about this movie? I don't know what it's about. I have no freaking idea. I mean, I know that, mob boss killed dude's wife, dude got pissed off and got sent to jail so he could get revenge on mob dude. That's all I know about the movie. My little overview spiel that I gave, I just took the description that the film company made and reworded it into my own words. I have no idea what the movie's about, and I just finished watching it maybe at most half an hour before I sat down to film this. No! You need to have a coherent story in your movie. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they were trying to go that artsy route and just pump up the action a good bit, if they were trying to do an artistic action movie, but that never works. Either you throw the action out the window and do a whole bunch of artsy crap, or you have a movie with fantastic action scenes and no story. And that's what this is. I don't know what happened in this movie, and I just watched it 20 minutes ago. Seriously! My overall thoughts on the movie? The action in this movie was fantastic, but the story had me confused and I had no idea what was going on, so I give this movie the Zangief. Really? This movie had 3 things going for it. The action scenes, Danielle Sherkrin doing an amazing job with her role, and Dolph Lundgren. If you want a movie with a coherent story, then don't watch this. But if you don't care about the story and just want to watch a bunch of great action scenes, then you should check out Riot. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like it and subscribe to my channel for new action movie reviews posted every week and top 10 lists posted on the 10th of every month. Also, if you have any recommendations for things I should cover in the future, please leave them in the comments below and follow us on the Twitter sphere at explosions_TV. Thank you and have a nice day.